Welcome to Smart Stock Watch, your go-to channel for in-depth financial analysis. Today is November 13th, 2024, and we're diving into StandardAero's third quarter earnings report. Joining us is John, our senior analyst from Smart Stock Watch. John, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to discuss StandardAero's performance, especially following their recent IPO and strategic initiatives.
Revenue and profitability overview. Let's start with the top line. StandardAero reported a revenue of $1,244.6 million for the third quarter of 2024, marking a 13.2% increase year over year. John, what are the key drivers behind this growth?
The growth is primarily driven by strong performance in the commercial aerospace and business aviation markets, which saw increases of 20% and 15%, respectively. This was slightly offset by a 3% decline in the military and helicopter segment due to the temporary grounding of the U.S. Navy's V-22 Osprey fleet.
And how about profitability?
Net income was $16.4 million, a significant turnaround from a net loss of $17.9 million in the prior year. Adjusted EBITDA also saw a robust increase of 26% to $168.4 million, reflecting operational efficiencies and margin expansion.
Strategic initiatives and acquisitions. StandardAero has been active on the strategic front. Can you tell us about their recent initiatives and acquisitions?
Absolutely. They invested $25.3 million in capital expenditures, focusing on growth initiatives like the LEAP 1A-1B program and the CFM56 Center of Excellence. They also acquired Aero Turbine Inc., which expands their component repair capabilities and adds military platforms.
And how has their recent IPO impacted their financial structure?
The IPO raised $1.2 billion in net proceeds, which were used to significantly reduce debt, enhancing their financial flexibility. This move is expected to save over $130 million annually in interest expenses.
Segment performance and market dynamics. Let's delve into the segment performance. How did the engine services and component repair segments fare this quarter?
The engine services segment reported a revenue of $1,190.3 million, up 12.9%, driven by increased demand in commercial aerospace and business aviation. The component repair segment also performed well, with a 15.2% increase in revenue to $154.3 million, bolstered by the acquisition of Aero Turbine.
What market dynamics are influencing these segments?
There's robust demand in the commercial aerospace sector, particularly for engine maintenance, which is driving growth. The business aviation market is also seeing increased demand, contributing to the overall positive performance.
EPS forecast and analyst expectations. John, let's talk about the earnings per share. StandardAero reported an EPS of $0.06, which aligns with the forecast from analysts. What does this tell us?
This indicates that StandardAero met market expectations, which is a positive sign for investors. Meeting EPS forecasts can help maintain investor confidence and support the stock price, especially following their IPO.
Future outlook and leadership statements. Looking ahead, what is StandardAero's outlook and what has the leadership communicated?
CEO Russell Ford expressed confidence in their growth trajectory, highlighting their leadership in the aerospace engine aftermarket and the financial flexibility gained post-IPO. They are well-positioned to capitalize on robust market demand and continue executing their strategic initiatives.
Key takeaways. In summary, StandardAero has delivered a strong third quarter with significant revenue growth and improved profitability. Their strategic initiatives and successful IPO have positioned them well for future growth. Key takeaways include a 13.2% increase in revenue, net income of $16.4 million, and a substantial reduction in debt by $1.2 billion.
Indeed, it's an impressive performance that sets a solid foundation for the future. Investors should keep an eye on their continued execution of strategic initiatives and market dynamics.
Thank you, John, for your insights. And thank you to our viewers for tuning in. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Smart Stock Watch. We'd love to hear your thoughts on Standard Aero's performance in the comments below.